trying. Yeah. Hey, what's up, y'all? This is DeVal. I'm sick, so bear with me. You go out there hear the raspy disgustingness. That is called mucus in my throat. Hey, man, I'm sorry. It's that time of year. There's some stuff going around. I just came from a high school basketball game, which we lost, but my daughter had 6 points, so shout out to that.
There you go.
In the losing effort, which was not great, but hey, we tried. All you can ask for is effort out there. All right, so long story short, I got my man Davey with me, Mr. Football Guru.
Yo, what up?
Yeah, and I got Dalton.
What's good, my people?
Yeah, man. I like the Scully he got on today, bro. I'm telling you. He look like 8 Mile right now. I got 8 Mile vibes coming. You better lose yourself in the music. All right, man. So, it was a great game last night, which I was talking to Dave about it. I didn't do a parlay on. Of course, the game goes nuts. We were recording the show yesterday with me and Damien. Shout out, Damien. And I just totally forgot, bro. And then I looked. I'm like, oh, shit, the game started. And it was a good game. It did not disappoint for fantasy. Oh,
yeah.
My God, it was great.
Jerry Judy.
What
a revenge game. What a revenge game.
He went nuts. He went nuts. 9 receptions. Only 9 receptions, too. For 235 and a touchdown. He cooked Pat Surtain, though. He cooked.
Yeah. They've been teammates ever since college.
College, yeah. So he's like, oh yeah, Pat can't guard this right here.
He did that D-Jack Selly too on that big tutty.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that one. That was crazy. Jameis Winston too. He had a great game, but those interceptions were too costly. 2 pick sixes, it's hard to come back from. But he went 34 for 58, 497, 4 touchdowns. That was nuts. He had a good game though, but 3 interceptions.
That's just Jameis.
That's what you're gonna get.
That's what you're gonna get. Man. It's true. And Bo Nix had a day too, though. Bo Nix, I think he might be rookie of the year.
Dude, that dot to Mims on the 93-yarder. I don't know how he fit the ball in that space.
Yes.
That's just not a throw that you see a lot of rookies making.
No.
Dude, that was he delivered.
Yeah.
Yes, it was good. It was good to see him perform in a primetime game.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's true. It was primetime.
He didn't start off hot either. First quarter, he struggled a little bit. He had the pick.
People were dropping balls, though, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it was right there on his hands. Cortland Sutton dropped it.
They need better wideouts.
That was crazy.
One more.
Sutton, yeah.
I thought they had a guy like Jerry. Terrible.
If only they had a guy like Jerry Judy.
Jerry Judy.
I don't think Sean Payton liked him. I don't think they got along.
No, I don't think they got along. Oh, it was clear.
Because he doesn't really fit a Sean Payton type of offense. But Sutton's the real deal. Valley. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see what he's got. But, Sean wants his guys in there that play the way that he wants them to play, and he don't want to coach out any bad habits. Because you see what Russell Wilson's doing out there. You see what Jerry Judy's doing now. But hey, Denver's 8-5, so you can't really argue with what Sean Payton's done. Seems to have worked out for everybody. Russ is happy, Judy's happy, Sean's got the Broncos cooking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it, bro. So let's talk about it real quick. Do you think Bo Nix just jumped Jaden McDaniels for
Jaden Daniels?
Jaden Daniels, my bad. Jaden Daniels for rookie of the year?
You also got to throw Brock Bowers in that conversation too. But
he's a cheat code. Yeah.
Yeah, like
he's
crazy. Brock Bowers is making a good case to actually win that award. But if you're, I would take Bo Nix over Jaden Daniels right now. they're winning a little bit more consistently. Washington went through that drought. I mean, they just got back to winning, but
Yeah.
I think it's hard because like Bo Nix started bad, right? So in people's minds, he's that guy from the beginning of the year, and Jaden Daniels came out so hot. Like he was, they were just frying everybody up there that they were playing. So like now that Jaden Sands, last game when they dropped 40 points, has started to slip, people still think they still remember those first 4 or 5 games of the season. When he was playing out of this world, and with Bo Nix has been doing better over the last 6 weeks, but people still remember those first 4 games where he had 1 touchdown in the first 4 games, and like 4 picks. So I think it's going to come down to which team has the better record at the end of the year, because their numbers are so similar. Obviously Jaden Daniels has got the edge with their rushing touchdowns, but from a passing perspective, their numbers are so similar that if I think Denver would probably have to go like 11 wins, and then Washington would have to finish with 9, because Jaden he's just more dynamic. You get the runs and the passes.
So if Denver makes the playoffs, you think he gets it?
Well, I think Washington's going to make the playoffs too. I thought that at the beginning of the year, so I'm hoping that they do. But if they finish with a better record, I think he does.
Yeah. Wins and losses. Yeah. That's what it's going to come down to.
If it was, but I like Brock Bowers. If I had a vote, I would vote for Bowers. Just the things he's doing.
Yo, he's a cheat code.
Insane.
No, he really is. Yeah. He's like that.
Yeah, he's about to break.
He's like that.
He's about to break the rookie receiving record, and he's got 4 games left for it's insane.
Yeah, he's like that. I'm with you on that one. He's like that.
Whoever got him in dynasty leagues, you got one.
Yeah. Again, I'm gonna tell everybody, if you just tuned in, bro, I got a cold. My voice is horrible right now, but like I told people, I'm doing Monday, Tuesday, and Friday. Damn it, we're gonna do Monday, Tuesday, and Friday. If I'm out here raspy, sounding like DMX, that's what Dave said. Dave said, "Yo, you sound like DMX, bro."
I think you told yourself that one. he was barking at the mic and
I was
everything.
Barking, man.
That wasn't much of a bark.
All right. Yo, I got one more question. In chat, maybe you can answer this one too, all right? Do you think so Denver makes the playoffs, right? Do you think Denver can knock out the Chiefs? I'm gonna say my thoughts last, but I'll let you answer first.
Yo, so I think they can, right? So if you think back, I mean, they just played each other recently, and it came down to a field goal,
a block field goal.
Sean Payton,
I'm taking notes.
A block field goal at that, and I think, and they beat them once last year too, didn't they? They split last year, and that was with Russell Wilson. Yeah, and they took him down to a block field goal this game. Denver's going to want to win that game, and Bo Nix has been cooking. So, and Sean Payton's just a hell of a coach. He's the one dude that can match wits with Andy Reid. So I think
my girl said stop barking. Yo, why she ain't hater in the other room? Come on, man.
She ain't lying.
Come on, man. She know where that. She know I'm a real one out here in these streets, bro. All right, so Dave says yes.
So you sound like more of a dog with a shock collar than
right. Oh, Dave roasted me. All right, hey, Dalton. So what do you think, man? Do you think Denver could beat the Chiefs?
I pretty much kind of agree with everything that Dave said, and I really think another factor is, I don't think he mentioned it, is the fact that the Broncos secondary, the last time they played the Chiefs, I mean, they kind of shut down all their wideouts, and I think it's pretty possible they do it again. I mean, the Denver secondary is pretty legit this year. It makes their defense. And there's been top 15 wideouts that have less, or I don't think anybody's gone over 65 yards receiving over them. Themselves, besides obviously Jerry Judy, who just went crazy on him but that's their best one that they've given up, or the worst game that they've given up all year. So I think it's possible, especially the way the Chiefs have been looking. They don't look like a good, what are they, 11-1 team? Yeah. They don't look like an 11-1 team.
It's crazy they 11-1 though. That's crazy.
They're either gonna kick it into gear when the playoffs come, or they're gonna get blown out in their first playoff game. I feel like it's one of the two.
I thought we would be different on this one, but we all said yes because I think they can too.
I mean, they can play one more time.
Kansas State's defense just been slipping too much. They started off the year like hot, and I don't know what's been going on. I don't know if they've had numerous injuries or. Yeah.
They miss him. They missing him. Yeah, for sure. So that's it for that one, man. Let's get into the nitty gritty. Let's get to the good stuff. I clinched the playoffs in one league.
Hey,
and just throwing that in there right now.
You know? I did one league too.
My man.
I clinched.
See?
I'm fighting for two other ones.
I clinched playoffs and first round buys in both my leagues.
Yeah, I got first round buys.
This game's easy. This game's easy.
I'm in the playoffs, but I'm third in the other one. So, Derrick Henry got to get some touchdowns. All right, let's keep it real.
Yeah, something.
The Ravens.
I'm thinking about resting my guys. You know.
Come on. Yeah,
man.
They're a running team. Just run the ball, dog. Y'all gonna go far. Just run the ball. That's what you got Derrick Henry for. Run the ball, people. Let's get to it because there's a lot of bye weeks. I mean, there's a lot of players on bye this week, and I don't have Derrick Henry this week. Who else? There's a lot of other people that's on bye.
Washington's on bye, so Brian Robinson Jr.
Yeah. The Jaden Daniels. Quarterback.
Zach Ertz.
Tight ends.
McLaurin's out.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's
a lot of points, bro.
Houston's on a bye. Nico Collins is out.
Joe Mixon.
Yeah,
that hurts. So if you were trying to get to the playoffs and this bye week was like all the good teams,
pretty much.
Bye week. So you're trying to fight to get it.
No, it's a good thing I clinched also because I have Lamar and Jaden Daniels, so I'd be hurting.
See, I didn't clinch, and I got Lamar. I'm struggling.
I'm letting my guys rest, you know. That's the kind of GM I am. I'm giving everybody a week off.
Yeah, dog. So if you're trying to make it, it's looking rough.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, in your league, yeah.
So we're definitely gonna try to help you guys out. All right. So let's start off with the quarterback. Like we said, Jaden Daniels and stuff is going to be on a bye. So Dave, who do you got for?
So this isn't going to be groundbreaking, right? Because we're coming off of last night's performance, but as of today, he's still only rostered in 22% of sleeper leagues. If you've been listening to us the last couple of weeks, we've been on Jameis Winston, so we are not new to the Jameis Winston party here. We've been preaching, pick him up. Like when it comes to fantasy, the dude just balls out. So I mean, you saw what he did last night. The touchdowns, the almost 500 yards. Like he's going to get you points. Now that being said, he's going to also get a lot of free agent. Yeah, he's going to get a lot of free agent cash thrown at him this week. So if you're looking for a cheaper option, Russell Wilson is still rostered in under 50% of the sleeper redraft leagues. He's got 3 touchdowns and I thought Cleveland had a stout defense, but
shootout.
Nix was slinging
shootout.
Yeah. So I think Russell Wilson. If you can get Jameis, get him. But as we talk about some of these other positions, you might have to throw free agent money elsewhere. So if you can get Jameis, get him. If not, I think Russell Wilson's a fine backup plan.
Yeah, and the Steelers are third in the AFC, in the whole conference. Yep. So they want to win this game. They are not trying to lose this game.
No.
I would go Russell Wilson probably over Jameis Winston for me. I would probably go Russell Wilson over. And then 2, if you're going for matchups, Aiden O'Connell. I mean, Aiden O'Connell. He's a valid. I know.
That's a spicy one.
Brock Bowers. Let's go.
That's all he feeds.
They're playing against Tampa, and then after that they got Atlanta, and then after that they got Jacksonville.
Well, it's Aiden O'Connell.
It's Aiden O'Connell. I know. I don't love it really either, but if you need somebody, you know what I'm saying? Aiden O'Connell, Will Levis, he's going up against Jacksonville this week.
Yeah, would you rather do Aiden O'Connell or Aaron Rodgers?
Aiden O'Connell.
Oh. Hey now. Now that's just slander.
I'm sorry.
That's just slander.
I'm sorry.
That's just Jet slander.
I know.
You gotta go
that's
A-Rod,
not Jet.
man.
That's not Jet slander. That's Aaron Rodgers slander. All right.
Hey man, that's a lifelong Jet right there.
He didn't have a bad week.
No? All right.
So he puts up fantasy numbers.
Yeah.
So Bryce Young's going against Philly.
Interesting.
Yeah, he's going against
I don't
Philly.
love that matchup for him.
I don't like that matchup.
Like,
I wouldn't do it. Yeah, he's going up against Philly. Nah. All right. So what about Caleb Williams against San Francisco?
It's worth a shot with the San Fran defense it looks like it's falling apart a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, they're hurt. They're shot.
I mean, Caleb's been spinning it, too. He hasn't thrown an interception. How many passes now? I mean, he just broke the record. It's like 260-something, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's just a hair over 50% owned. But if Caleb's there, he's going back to the West Coast versus, as Dalton hit on, like a San Fran defense that's struggling. And he's got, multiple touchdown passes in his last 2 games after he had that 4-game stretch of no touchdowns. So since they flipped the OC, I mean, he's good. Like if you can get him. I'd still roll with Jameis over anybody if I can get him, because he's averaging about 350 yards a game since he took over.
He just slings it. That's all he does. Yeah, doesn't matter what color jersey you got on, he's throwing it.
But do you love him against Pitt, though? I think he might do good against Pitt. I think he might.
I think he will. But
I think he will.
He's gonna
I still
get.
Like
so
Russell
they
Wilson
played
for me.
They played a couple weeks ago, and in that game, like he didn't. That's the only game that he started that he didn't get a touchdown in, and he did only throw for 200 yards.
That was that snow game, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I think I don't know, the team loves him. They're gonna fight for him, and I wish I really would have loved them if they would have won that game, because they would still be alive in the playoff hunt. But Jameis is playing for that next contract. I think the team's gonna play hard for him, because I'm pretty sure the team would rather see him back, as their starting Q next year than Deshaun Watson. So I know there's the contract situation, but I think Jameis has a lot to play for. I think the players want to play for him. And he's gonna sling it, and it makes watching him even more fun.
That's facts.
Yeah, that's true. All right, can't argue that one. Hey, we got a good evening. What's up, man? If you got any questions? Feel free to let us know. I'll put them up here in the feed so we all see it, and we'll try to answer those questions for you, Bob.
Yeah,
and hopefully you're doing good in fantasy too, man.
Yeah, it's only winners up in here, man.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. All right, so we're here to help out. All right, so let's go QBs real quick. I mean, we already did QBs. I'm sorry, wide receivers.
Yep.
So, Adam, go ahead, because you were preaching about Adam Thielen. So, Dave, go ahead.
So this past Sunday on the I'm Just Saying podcast Twitter or X, there were, we got that late breaking news. A couple of wide receivers out. Hey, you need some fill-ins. Like, there was 3 people that we mentioned. We mentioned Adam Thielen, Xavier Legette, and Elijah Moore. All of them had good games. Adam Thielen went off again. If you've been following us, we've been on Adam. We told you to grab. Absolutely. He got 30 points out of Adam, or 24 points out of Adam Thielen. And we were on Adam Thielen before he came back from injury. We said, hey, snatch him up now before the free agent bids go crazy. And I think at that point he was rostered in like 20% of leagues. He's up to 52% now. That's only going to go higher. But have no fear. We're here for you, because one of the other dudes that we mentioned on that thread is another guy that we've been on for a long time, and that's Elijah Moore. And now I know Jerry Judy stole the show last night, with his 200 yards and a revenge game, but don't sleep on Elijah Moore. Like, he's been a target machine. Last night he had 14 targets, 8 catches, and 111 yards. He's still available in over 70% of sleeper redraft leagues, and he's averaging 9 targets a game over the last 6 weeks. So 2 guys that we've been on, Adam Thielen, Elijah Moore, both are producing. You probably can't get Adam Thielen anymore unless you're willing to spend a lot of money, but you can get Elijah Moore. Don't make that mistake again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Make that mistake. And if Xavier Legette is available, or
I'll scoop him up.
Scoop him up.
Yep.
One for me that I'm proud of, and I've been playing him in one of my leagues, and he's been doing great for me. It's
I know where you're going.
He was on my list. Yeah,
I'm telling you, man, he's coming to his own. Pause. And getting the ball to him. Will Levis is getting the ball to him. Their next opponent is Jacksonville. I like him against Jacksonville. Dude, fire up Nick Westbrook-Kinney. If you can't get Adam Thielen, of course, or Legette, or Elijah Moore, I would.
Yeah, you might even take Akine over Moore. Like,
yeah. Oh yeah.
If it depends. If it's PPR, I like Moore better. If it's not, then I like Akine better.
I just like Winston better than Levis.
Yeah,
I'd rather have Winston as my quarterback going instead of Levis.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
No, I feel you on that.
And then if it's a stretch, this is a stretch. I think this is the worst defense in the NFL, which is the Bengals defense. So I think 100%. Brandon Cooks could have a game.
Yep.
I know I might. It sounds crazy because it's Dallas offense.
Not Tolbert?
If he's available. Because Brandon Cooks will be available.
I don't feel like Tolbert's taking in that many leagues either. I mean, everybody's been staying away from Dallas's offense, unless it's CD and CD.
But Tolbert's been getting because he does the kickoff returns too.
No, that's Turpin. That's Turpin.
Oh, Turpin.
That's Turpin.
Hey, look, they garbage. I don't care. Hey, look, man. I'm not even a Dallas fan. Okay.
So I like. I like Cooks. I mean, he was, he was always, Prescott's number 2 option. And then if Ferguson's still out, I think Cooks can work the underneath. He's, as of an hour ago, they were talking about that, Cooks probably is not coming back to the Cowboys next year. So, he's out there playing for his next team. He's auditioning for 31 other teams. And, at 31 years old, he's got to show out a little bit. So I like Cooks. I like him as a player. I think he's probably, not that this matters for fantasy, but one of the most underrated receivers, especially coming in that draft class where there was, Odell Beckham Jr., Mike Evans, although Allen Robinson, blew up. But Cooks, all he does is produce, man. And I know he's been banged up this year, but he's probably, to me, he's more of a dart throw. I love him as a daily play, but I like Cooks. I think that's a solid pickup, and you could probably get him for $2.
Yeah. So instead in the deep league help, I think he can help out.
Yep.
All right. So like I said, guys, if you're listening, you have any questions about waiver wire ads or anything like that, hit me up in the chat. I'll gladly answer them. We'll gladly answer them. Excuse me. So with that, let's move on to the dreaded tight ends.
I think there's opportunity here this week, though. I do.
Oh, go ahead. Man. Preach it, because.
So I think The big news coming out of New Orleans was Taysom Hill going down, and he's out for the year with a torn ACL. So I think that could really open things up for Joann Johnson, and New Orleans just has nobody to throw to. Yeah, and New Orleans has nobody to throw to outside of Alvin Kamara in the short game. Now I know MVS is there, but he's more of the deep threat on the team and the over the top guy. If MBS is still available, he's probably worth a flyer. Going back to wide receivers for a minute, but I think Joann Johnson, he's available in over 90% of sleeper redraft leagues. He's got a clear path to being the number one tight end option in New Orleans right now. Derek Carr likes the tight end. Pause. So Joann Johnson can be a league winner for you at tight end, I think. Again, doesn't mean he's going to go out on a 20-point run, but I think with tight ends, you got to look at it and say, what is my tight end going to do compared to who I'm playing? And Joann Johnson has an opportunity to outscore your opponent's tight end unless they have Brock Bowers, I think. So he had 5 catches last week after Taysom Hill went down. It's his for the taking.
How much are there? How much?
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah.
For me, maybe. Oh God! All right, this game might be a shootout, and then I think it's going to be Green Bay and Detroit. So if you need a tight end, I would probably go Tucker Kraft. I think.
Damn it! You took mine.
I think he could probably have a good game against Detroit. We'll see. I think it'll be a shootout. Honestly, I can see it. Is it a home game for the?
It should be at Detroit because they played at Green Bay last time.
Okay. Oh yeah, I like this game. I like this matchup. I like this matchup a lot. There's gonna be some air mileage, and it's a division rival. Yeah, I like that one. I might go Tucker Kraft on that one. All right, dog. So I took your pick.
Yeah, you took my tight end. It was the only one I could really felt confident about picking up and was most available.
All right, let's talk about one guy, Noah Gray. I think. How do you guys feel about Noah Gray?
Well, look, I mean, it's not. He's going to be involved. He's going to, the last 3 weeks he's gotten 4 catches in every single, all 3 of those games. 2 of those he had 2 touchdowns, which we knew was unsustainable. Look, if you're up against it, and you got no free agent money left, he's okay. I would go Joann Johnson over him, because Joann Johnson is available in more leagues, but he might cost a little bit more. But honestly, I don't think anybody's looking at the Saints for any fantasy football players. So how do I feel about him? I wouldn't be excited if he was my starting tight end. I'll tell you that.
No.
Honestly, I'd almost take Cole Kmet over him. I think he got a better chance even with all the weapons there.
Think Cole Kmet's that bad.
Yeah, but the way that they treated him this year until the firing, I mean, now he's getting worked back in. I mean, I fired him a few weeks ago on that segment because of the coaching. But I mean, now the way that Williams is playing, he's not a bad sneaky ad, but he's not going to be I don't think he's going to put up the numbers he was putting up in the first half of the season. But it can probably give you a good solid 7.5, 8 points if you're really dying for a tight end this week.
Freiermuth's still out there and over.
Yeah, but not for long.
No, he's going to be the first one added for a lot of people.
Yeah. I mean, I think he just had the game of his life right there. I don't see that being repeated.
That's just Cincy's defense.
That's Cincy's defense. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So speaking of defenses, all right, since everything really counts now because it's going to the playoffs, all points matter. All right, so we're gonna talk about defenses too. I don't know if y'all guys got kickers in your league?
Sadly, in a few.
Yeah, so I guess we could talk about that. I guess you should definitely pick up Justin Tucker. No, just
he might be here talking fantasy with us soon.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm serious. Yo, I love to have him on the pod. You go always welcome on. I'm just saying. We'll get you a T-shirt, hat, everything, bro. Fit right on in.
We got you, Tuck.
Oh yeah, because he ain't kicking field goals right now. He missed 10 this whole season. Woo.
It's crazy.
Shooters shoot, huh? Kickers kick. So I guess. So let's go defenses, bro. So top for me, I would probably start New Orleans defense over the Giants. I know their defense is a little banged up, but it's the Giants. I like it. Solid 12 points right there.
Yeah.
If they don't house one. But 12 points for sure. They're going to get like 3 or 4, 5 sacks. Fire up New Orleans.
Yeah.
That's,
I really like Cleveland's. I think Myles Garrett's going to tear up Cleveland's offensive line and Will Levis all game. He's going to pressure Will Levis to throw him, basically make Will Levis play like he was the first few weeks and just making memes out there, doing dumb plays. I don't think Will Levis will be able to handle Myles Garrett at all. Pause.
Yeah, you're probably right. One that's like this used to be a lock. Was just grab who's ever facing Carolina. But Carolina's been playing well. I'm looking at them right now. I mean, they're rostered in a lot of leagues. They're available in one of mine, and that's the Eagles. Eagles defense has, like, from a statistics standpoint, like they've been crushing it. From a fantasy standpoint, they've been mediocre. I guess like maybe top 10, but they're number 10. And that's being anchored by a 23-point game versus Dallas. But if Philly's available in your league, I think they should tee off against Carolina. I know Carolina's been tough. They did well against Kansas City. They did well, last week against Tampa. But if the Eagles defense is available again, I'm looking at them right now in one of my leagues. I'm about to. I've been rocking with Kansas City's. I'm about to drop them for this Eagles defense.
I already picked up the Eagles defense, by the way, but
I picked up the Saints.
So that's neither here or there.
I'm behind the 8 ball.
Did I skip running backs?
Yeah.
I
For
sure
the ads?
didn't I? I damn sure did, bro.
Because there's one that everybody's going to be after.
We know who he's. Yeah, we all know. Man, before we talk about it, let's talk about San Francisco's running back right now, bro. Let's talk about Christian McCaffrey real quick. Bro, it's a shame.
Sorry for the people that drafted him. That sucks. And I guarantee you those people will never touch Christian McCaffrey again. That's one of those seasons that you have with a player like that where you'll never draft him for as long as you play fantasy. Ever again.
So if you have him, you might as well just drop him. And that's
yeah. He's out for season.
And you're going to have to spend that fab. If you're playing for the playoffs. If you're not really going to make the playoffs or something like that, man, if you think your team, then don't spend your fab.
No, be that guy. Be that guy. Be that guy. Be that guy.
We all know
piss your buddies off.
Yeah, you want to go for the backup. Cool. Or Mason. No, I'm pretty sure.
Mason's on IR too.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He is. My bad. You got to go Isaac Garendo. You got to go with the young boy. You got
They'll probably end up bringing somebody else up, too. I just don't know who yet.
Yeah, they are. I don't know either. But, yeah, you still got to go Isaac Garendo. He's been implemented in the offense.
He knows it.
The 49ers,
he's been there.
Yeah, he's been there. The 49ers are just sad right now by injuries. Life events that happen to him. It's terrible.
Yeah.
And here's the thing with Garendo too is, he played for college ball at Louisville, right? So a lot of people probably didn't watch him.
No.
But
facts.
I took I took notice with when the 49ers drafted him, and because I think it was like a 4th or 5th round pick. I'm like, what are they doing drafting a running back that high? When they got McCaffrey and they got Mason. So then I went and I looked at his combine numbers, and he's a dude that in Dynasty I drafted because I'm like, yo, this kid's gonna be something. He's 6 foot 220 and runs a 4.340. In Kyle Shanahan's offense, that dude is going to produce. And like, so now I was surprised earlier in the year when they didn't get him as involved as much, but I was like, all right, he's coming from Louisville. He probably needs time to learn, this zone blocking scheme. So if you're like, I'm about to empty the clip on my free agent money in another league to snatch him, but just, and I don't like, I got Kenneth Walker in that league, Chase Brown, Bucky Irvin, and Tyrone Tracy. So I'm set, but I can't, the team that's ahead of me, because I'm number 2 in that league, they had CMC. So I can't let him get Garendo, because I think Garendo is going to ball out in that offense. So I'm ready to empty the free agent clip on him.
Oh yeah, I unload the clip. And league, me and Duvall are in. I'm just waiting on it.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't, because like I said, I'm running back heavy. Like, I'm real heavy. Pause. So it was like I got Saquon, Derrick Henry, Chase Brown, and Tyrone Tracy. And I have Tyler Algier, which I was hoping for an injury. But
man,
like,
it's cold.
if I get him, huh?
That's cold, man, out there hoping for injuries.
No, I needed a reason to play Algier, bro. He's been on my bench all season.
Full recovery. Full recovery.
So it's like, I didn't empty the clip on him because I'm like, where am I going to put him?
Yeah.
I damn sure ain't putting them in for Derrick Henry or Saquon. But
Chase you can't Brown. Let somebody else get him though. Like, that's if you think he's gonna be good. Like, that's my thing. Is like, I think he's gonna tear it up. So like, I can't. I don't want the number 1 team to get him.
Yeah, but I don't think San Francisco's good this year.
I really just unload the clip because I have nobody. I have all these buys and I have no running backs on my bench. So I needed a definite one. So
true. I feel it. I feel you. So
other than that, like, I don't have a main guy other than Garendo, to scoop up. But like
Gus was up.
What I was gonna.
I mean, there's one that I thought is interesting. Alexander Madison coming off the ankle injury. I think it's interesting just because when he's been healthy, out of all the running backs in that backfield, he plays over 60% of the snaps and he's involved. I mean, but once again, it is a terrible Raiders offense besides Brock Bowers. So, I mean, you got to take with it what you will.
For sure. And I think Madison's a good one because, I think
I just don't know how healthy he is because he's missed the past 2 games.
Yeah. But Abdullah's not the answer there, so, and, my boy Luabe's not quite panning out. So if he comes back, I mean, it's going to be his. And so a lot of people, that's a good call because a lot of people probably dropped him. My strategy, once it gets close to the playoffs like this, and if you've locked like your seating up, my strategy for the running back was going to be just go pick up handcuffs. Like if you're heavy at a position like wide receiver or tight end, or please don't be one of those people carrying 2 kickers and 2 defenses. But if you are, like, drop them and go pick up some of these handcuffs, because when it comes to playoff times, if somebody goes down, like, bro, you're sitting pretty, and now's the time to get them. So take
because a lot of people don't look that far ahead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so if you're good, if you're clinched, you got some people on your team that you're not going to start every week. Like, you don't need depth anymore. Go pick up some handcuffs and hope for the lottery ticket.
Yeah, facts.
Yep, knowledge dropped right there. Yeah, man. See, people are lucky, man. We're giving them all this stuff for free, man. You got other competitors out there charging people for this type of advice. Not us, bro.
This is league-winning stuff right here.
Yeah. I could have told you to go pick up somebody else, like a bump. We could have been like, yeah, man, go get
Jonathan Mingo. Is that man even still played?
Domingo.
I don't even think he's even
Yeah,
played down for.
He played against the Giants.
Oh, did
he almost had a catch. He almost had a catch. Oh, that's crazy.
That was like me and pick up basketball this weekend, man. I almost hit a 3.
Oh, you balling?
Highlight of my game. Yeah,
Dave balling
every week.
Oh,
yeah, man.
You think you could? Oh, see, we got to hoop, man.
I didn't play no college ball, but
oh man,
all right.
It's all right. My knees they toe up, bro. It's horrible. I'm serious. Wash.
I believe it.
Capital W. My God. All the high school
still
kids
in pain.
Yeah, they like, you washed, bro. I'm like, hell yeah. I am washed.
But you should have seen me.
Seen me. Man. My prime? Stop it. Above the rim. All right, so let's go to the next segment real quick, bro. You're fired. Get up off my team. This is my favorite segment. I love this segment. Don't ask, maybe because I like putting the sound in there, but Vince McMahon is a legend. So
that he is.
That he is. So, yo, who's somebody that you want to get off your fantasy team, man? Right now, like you had enough. Enough's enough. Dude, you're out of here. So Dalton, you said you had one before, bro. Who you got?
This is just solely because he keeps turning the ball over, and that's Kirk Cousins. He's had a terrible past 4 weeks, and it's just I think there's better quarterbacks out there that you can pick up off the waiver now.
Yeah! What? Yes. He's a bum. I'm sorry, but he's a bum.
Even though he went to Michigan State, he got to go.
Yo,
that's why he didn't go to Michigan because he's a bum.
Yes, yes.
He had to go to the lesser school.
Boop, boop, boop. Jab, jab.
I can't say nothing. They ain't beat Michigan in years. Ever since the block punt, the drop punt.
Oh man, yeah.
Oh, that was great. All right, so Dave, who you got wanting to get off your team, man?
Yo, so check it. So I'm sticking with quarterback. And all right, so where I'm going is I thought about cutting him last week, but he was going against the Jags, who've allowed the most fantasy points to quarterback. So I was willing to give him one more shot. And he got Nico Collins back. He was going against the worst defense in the league, and CJ Stroud could still not even put up like 15 fantasy points. So CJ Stroud, you're fired, buddy.
You're fired.
And here's why not only am I frustrated that he's only put up 15 points one time in the last 7 games.
That's bold.
But also
That's bold.
I know. But we're fantasy playoffs, man. So we're making tough calls.
Yeah.
And he's on a bye this week. And then he comes back with Miami, Kansas City, and Baltimore. So the Ravens and the Chiefs have allowed the 4th and only the 11th most fantasy points to opposing quarterbacks. So CJ Stroud has not put up numbers, and he's got a brutal fantasy football schedule. He's fired. He's gone. Kick him to the curb.
I'm with you.
Go get Jameis Winston. I would start Jameis Winston over CJ Stroud at this point.
There you go.
Hey, he's balling.
There you go.
Sophomore slump for CJ Stroud, bro. Yeah, man. He got exposed this year. Yeah, it's kind of bad. He hasn't really looked good this year.
This is his rookie slump, man. He didn't have one last year, so.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's slumping this year. You know what?
And plus, he's going to be upset because he's still mourning that Ohio State loss from Michigan over this weekend. So mentally, he's right.
Yeah. He's talking it today. He is talking it. He got his chest out. He is saying it with his chest today. Oh, man. Yo, but for me, I'm sticking with tight ends. This guy, I've been putting him in and out. He keeps giving me goose eggs. This is the second time, but he gave me goose eggs on my bench. So I think I've had enough of this guy. Kyle Pitts, you're out of here. Oh, yeah! What? This man was 0 for 2, okay? 0 for 2.
That was a blow up spot this week too. Like, should have been.
It really was.
Because I thought they would try to, the Chargers would try to take out, Drake London, leaving Pitts the middle of the field. But dude, I was shocked when I saw that box score, man. That's crazy.
He's only got 3 touchdowns for the year. Last game, he was only in for 41% of the snaps.
Damn, really?
Yes.
Ooh,
you're fired. You're done, though.
Is he just a guy that fooled everybody coming out of college?
It's looking.
He was so dirty, though.
He was nasty in Florida. But he only had one good. I mean, his rookie season wasn't even that great, but he had some good games.
Because Kirk Cousins is one to get rid of the ball, bro.
Oh, Kirk Cousins always loved throwing it to the tight end too. Look at him back at.
I just don't see it. I don't see why he's not. That's why I picked him. I drafted him. I thought he was gonna go nuts with Kirk Cousins, and his best game was week 1. Well, not. Nah. Best game was at Tampa Bay.
Yeah, he went off. Tight end day. It was tight end day when he had that dumb.
He got 2 touchdowns.
Carried it away out.
2 touchdowns, 91 yards. So he got nuts there. But for staying out there on the field was week 1. He was in 96% of the snaps. So it's like,
dang.
It's nuts, man. I don't know why they're not using him. I don't know.
He was supposed to be. He was deemed as a generational tight end talent coming out of Florida.
He's a generational bust. I can tell you that. You're fired, bro.
Yeah,
he's a tight end. So Marcus Russell.
Yeah,
yeah. And maybe that's it. Maybe he just doesn't run routes, man. Because in college you can get away with just being bigger, faster, and stronger than everybody.
Facts.
He's 6'6", and he was like that. That offense, that offense produced a lot of busts. Because wasn't Tony was on that offense too?
Kadarius Toney, Damian Pierce.
Yep.
Kyle Trask was the quarterback.
Kyle Trask was cueing it.
Yeah.
Maybe some Anthony Richardson mixed in on some plays. But,
I think so a little bit.
Yeah, that's rough. All those dudes suck
like that. So yeah, he's off my team.
Yeah.
I'm done looking at him. He's off. You know what? I got another one, real quick, and I'm gonna let it go. I think personal. He got replaced. Yeah, he got replaced by JSN. He's out of there.
Oh, Tyler Lockett. Yeah.
Peace out, brother.
I just was.
Yeah.
I wish the JSN taking over would have came on a little bit earlier in the season than when it did.
Yeah.
Because I drafted him in my drafts like it was going to happen like week 2, week 3. It just didn't happen.
No, it took time.
I mean, hey,
it took time.
Tyler Lockett lasted, I think, 2 years longer than everybody thought. Like, this was a slump, or this was what 2 years ago people thought was going to happen, and the dude kept producing. But yeah, you gotta. It's time to take him out to pasture, man.
I think there's another white you can get rid of too.
Uh-oh.
That's
John Domingo?
Nah, well, you should never had him. But that's Tank Dell. He's only had 2 top 30 finishes throughout the whole year.
Ooh. Yeah! That's true. Tank Dell's been buns, bro. You could say the same thing for Tyreek Hill, but
Tyreek Hill. I mean, yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I mean, the Tyreek situation too is out. I mean, nobody was expecting that's happened. CJ Stroud's at least been in the game in every game all season. I just think the Miami Wild is a little bit a different situation.
I mean, Tyreek Hill, like he's got 3 touchdowns in his last 4 games, but like one of them was that lucky, bounce catch. Like I don't know, he's not having the type of year even when two is there that people thought he was going to have. You probably got to start him, but he's probably more of like a flex at this point than or maybe a wide receiver too. But the guy
kind of whack.
Yeah, it's not good.
I'd get rid of Waddle though.
Thoughts. Oh yeah. Waddle's.
You should have done that weeks ago though.
Yeah, you should have sold him high. Like when Tua was coming back and people thought he might have been good. Staying in Seattle for a minute, like, you're probably not cutting him, but can you start DK Metcalf like with confidence anymore? I mean,
no,
he's got
no.
Talk to me because I got him in a dynasty league right now and I'm struggling. Like I'm contemplating like starting JMO over him consistently than him, but
that's interesting.
I mean I don't know.
Like at least JMO's got big play potential. Like DK's he's only gone. He hasn't gone over 100 yards since week 4. He's only got 3 touchdowns on the year, and he's dealing with a knee injury. So like, we might have to talk that one come Sunday. You know, JMO or DK, because that's not as obvious as a decision as it would have been a few weeks ago.
It's a great matchup against Arizona, though. It's a great matchup.
I don't know. Arizona's D's been coming out. Like, who did they just played? Minnesota. And, you know, they held Darnold in check until the fourth quarter. Then I don't know what the hell they did. Because I started Darnold in one of my leagues over Bo Nix. And it was like, heading in the fourth quarter, he had like 3 points. And, you know, then he got the 2 touchdowns. Justin Jefferson, again, didn't find the end zone. I think they held him to like 99 yards. I guess that's holding somebody, but I don't know. Their defense has been coming on strong, so I don't know shit about their corners. So maybe it's a tough matchup from that standpoint. I don't know.
Yeah. But
they play a lot of over the top safety help with Budda Baker. Their corners aren't really those corners that are gonna go shut down a wideout like that. They usually play a bunch of over-the-top help with some press coverage.
I'm not going to lie to you guys. I do not follow Arizona. I can't tell you. But outside of Budda Baker, I can't tell you. I've never... I even hit up X. I asked X. I was like, yo, who are some Arizona Cardinal fans out here, yo? Because I've never ran into one. Like, one person did not come up to me or hit me up on X. It's like, yeah, I'm a Arizona Cardinals fan. Like, they're quiet. They're a quiet fan base, bro. Like, they don't gloat nothing.
They weren't when Larry Fitz was there. They were loud then. Yeah. When they had Larry Fitz and Carson Palmer.
Yeah, Anquan Bolden was nasty.
And David Johnson
James for a few years too.
They had They had the prime David Johnson too.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yes, they did.
Who apparently was good enough to trade D-Hop for.
Yeah.
That was like a fantasy football trade. Like,
it really was.
Yeah.
You're like, all right, I need a running back. You need a wide receiver. All right, here you go. But
like, Bill O'Brien was tweaking.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but DK plays a lot of the snaps though. Like, he's out there almost all the time.
He's like a decoy.
Yeah, I'm not saying cut him. I'm just saying, like, if you're in a situation, you know, like where Dalton is, and you got somebody like JMO, it's a conversation.
I mean, it's been a rough year. I have Tyreek Hill and DK, and on that team.
JSN take the number 1 spot?
There's a conversation for it, man.
I think he did. Yeah. The boy's nice, and they just recognizing that the boy's nice. He's got skills.
Yeah.
So
I think Shane Waldron just didn't know how to use them. I think Seattle knew what they got. Shane Waldron just didn't know how to use them.
Good talk.
Well,
all right, so we want to do a quick rundown, and then I'm going to let it go because I know Dalton's got stuff he got to do. So, quick rundown. Running back, we told you guys, well, the obvious, who to get is Garendo. Wide receiver, who's our number 1 for wide? Adam Thielen and Westbrook-Kinney.
And Elijah Moore.
And Elijah Moore.
Yeah,
Elijah Moore for sure. Tight ends, Joann Johnson and
telling you.
Tucker Kraft and Cole Kmet. Godspeed. After that, quarterbacks, I said Russell Wilson. Jameis Winston is another obvious one. to spend your fab on. And long darts would be Caleb Williams, Aiden O'Connell, Will Levis, Bryce Young. If it's all right. Defenses, we said to roll with the Saints. And who else? I'm drawing a blank.
I said Cleveland.
I'm rocking Philly if they're
Saints.
available.
Yeah.
And who else?
Philly if they're available. Going
Philly
against Carolina
if they're available. Yeah, I took those away. I took Philly away in my league. Okay, so yeah, I think that's about it. That covers everything. If you guys made it this far and listened, yo, we greatly appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like, hit that follow button, hit that bell too, hit that noti because we go live on Tuesdays and Fridays. Monday, it depends because of how I am. I might just do a regular podcast with just audio. But Tuesday and Friday, we're definitely gonna go live. Friday, we're gonna talk about more college stuff. And then
There's only one college game this week.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. But still, it's good stuff to talk about, a little bit of college stuff.
Oh, we can get into the Heisman debate.
Yeah, there's stuff to talk about there. And then right before the games on Sunday, me and Dave, we're going to go live again. We're going to cover last minute start and sits, fantasy questions, a few parlays that almost hit. And yeah, that's about it. We might go live from time to time, might hit up studio. We'll see how it goes. If we got something we want to talk about. But we greatly appreciate you guys for listening, man. To the next episode. Oh, before I leave, I want to thank Dalton, thank Dave for taking the time out to do it, bro. Greatly appreciate it. Peace out, y'all.
Take it easy.
See you.